Good morning. We are at a location hoping for some morning fog or mist. Guess what? There ain't any. But there is potential for a little bit of a colourful sunrise. So I am back at a location I've been to one or two times in the past, and I need to see where I'm going. So I'm just going to put my torch on. I've got a nice bright torch with me again today, so I just need to make sure I walk across a path and not fall in the brook. So yeah, I'm at Chrome Hill, and the plan was to come and get the nice tree in the morning fog and mist, because I was on the Clear Outside app last night and it was telling me we've got like 30% chance of some fog, and the dew point is very high, and it is, the dew point is very high. So consequently I thought, hey up, we're in for a little bit of something, and I ummed and ahed between two places, here or the Roaches, and I'm going to go to the Roaches this evening, so watch out my next video. So I'm going to go to the Roaches, and I'm going to go do the barn and the tree for sunset, and I'm going to hope for the Roaches in the morning. So that's my plan. Now I do want to talk about this little thing, but that'll be in a separate video. I've got the Olight Baton Pro 3, I think it is, a 1500 lumen torch, and it's brilliant for things like this when you need to see where you're going in the dark. Very small, very easy to clip onto your backpack or anything. As you can probably tell, I'm starting to walk uphill, so under the trees, starting to walk uphill, so my breath's changing, but there is a little bit of colour on the horizon, so it's maybe not a complete loss of a morning. So I stopped. Let's turn my torch off a sec, it's bright enough. Oh, sheepies in the field. So I actually stopped in a field last night, and it's a camping field. Oh, going up. Yeah, it's a camping field, and it's just over there. It's only 500 yards away or so. Etches, I think it is, R Etches, Dowell Hall Farm. Very cheap. It's only a pitch. You get to pitch in the field, and you're right on top of Chrome Hill and Park House Hill. You can see the colours over there. Look at that. There is actually colour in that horizon, and that's what we want. It might catch some of the sky, and we get this lovely picture of Park House Hill and the tree. So yeah, if you want to come over this way, I'll put the phone number and the address in the description below. Give them a ring, book yourself a little spot, and it's not like you've got to book this. I pulled up last night and there was only 3 of us in the field. It's perfect. It's absolutely perfect for locations like this. Whew. Right, I can't talk and walk. I'll see you at the top. Well, somewhere in the middle. So I'm at my tree. I'm in location, and the tree's just down there. I've got Park House Hill behind me, and the sunset, as you can see, a little bit of colour behind my head. So I'm going to whop the camera out quickly. I brought the infrared with me again because I thought the tree might be interesting, but we'll see. First stop is, I think, just to capture this blue hour, what's left of this blue hour, and the cloud and that bit of yellow in the background, and see if we can make a shot of it somehow, and then yeah, just wait and see what happens. And if you get colour, great, but don't be disappointed that there's no, no mist here. Disappointment is one of those things that landscape photographers suffer with, really. What I do, this picture's been in the landscape photographer of the year, and I think it won it. But if you see the actual image with the fog around it, wow, it's amazing. And it's one of those ones I've been back here now. This is the 4th time, and yeah, still not happening. No matter how much you watch the weather apps. Right, so the tripod's out, and so basically what I'm doing, I'm not sure you can see me very well, is I've got my 2 front legs extended out, plonked into the ground with the spikes in, and then I'm just going to adjust my back leg back to the hill until it's level. You don't have to have all the 4 legs the same size, and that's, I think, a misconstruction to some people when they're first starting out and they're not sure how to use their tripod. I've got the big girl out today. This is the Sunway Photo T3650CM, and this thing is amazing. And of late you've seen me using the other one, but this one is a cracking tripod when you want to get a little bit of height. It goes up way above my head height, and it works really, really well. So what are we doing for composition? We have got the tree somewhere around our rule of thirds-ish. We've got a nice level camera with the electronic level. We focused on the tree. We are going to be at f11 because we want as much depth of field as possible, and I can see a line from the bottom left hand corner as I'm looking at the composition, and it's basically the line of the light grasses, so it's giving you a bit of a lead from the light grasses. And then I'm just trying not to clip the edge of the tree on the right hand side, and then I've got the colour over in the background. I'm going to bracket this because I want to get the light subject in, and I also want to get the dark subject in, and then we're just going to even expose it to start off with, so our histogram is not clipping any highlights. And then we're just going to hit the shutter button, make sure the 2-second timer is on, so focus on that tree and just take the first test shot and see what it looks like. So we've got a bit of action going on now. We're still facing that same direction. I'm going to try not to move our camera around too much. I have moved from left to right a little bit to see if I can get a slightly better composition out of it all, but I'll still come back to this same position, and the light is coming up, but not quite where I expected it to. It's over to the left, and I've been joined by another young chap. What's your name, sir? Sen. Sin. Been joined by Sin. Saw him walking up the hill. He's been here 3 times, and this is my 4th time, and I think he's still doing the same as me, trying to wait for that perfect morning with that lovely mist and golden colours and fire in the sky. Now, when I mentioned about that gap in the clouds in the distance over on the right hand side of the image, the light's not actually coming up there. It's coming up directly above the tree, which could be quite nice, but I think it's going to get snubbed out early. I'm not sure there's a big enough gap over there, but sometimes it surprises you, doesn't it? Sometimes it comes up, it sort of fizzles out a little bit, and then suddenly, boom, it just catches that gap and it just blows across the sky. So we will see. I've taken a shot anyway, a little tiny bit of colour in the background, but yeah, I'm not very hopeful this morning at all, to be honest. But like I say, don't be disappointed. This video is about not being disappointed. I'm out. I've met someone else. I've gained another subscriber. What more can you want, really, you know, at the end of the day? So we could always fake it and put some mist in, couldn't we? See, now look, again, the sky's starting to glow again in a slightly different way. So if this goes off, I'll switch you back on and I'll run around like a headless chicken again and get all excited like I normally do. Thought I'd just pop you on for a second because you're getting a really strange looking glow. It's actually, I think I'm going to eat my own words, because I think this could be really quite cool. So I'm going to flip the camera around and show you what it is I'm looking at, but it's just the whole sky seems to be sort of glowing in that corner, which is really weird. It's almost like someone switched a big torch on behind the hill, which is funny enough. It's probably what it is. It's the sun, isn't it, at the end of the day? But it's just glowing in a slightly different way than what it normally does. So yeah, let's see what this does. This could be interesting. So that sort of halo type glow has tamed down now. So this is where it could be possibly come up high enough to be catching some of the cloud, and it's got there is a hint of colours and ripples in the sky, but it's so far away that you're not getting it. You need it to sort of come across the sky here, and There's no clouds above me, behind me, so anything that's going to happen, it's going to happen in the distance. It is rippling across the sky. In fact, over to the right hand side, it's catching the clouds over there quite nicely, so I wonder whether to go slightly wider and see if I can get some of that colour over on the right, because that's where the gap obviously in the horizons go in that direction. So people that are over there on those hills are going to get an absolutely immense sunrise. It could happen. It's another one. Again, don't be disappointed. We're here. We've seen something a little bit different. We've got a time lapse going on. I've got a time lapse going on a little GoPro as well. That's running, so it might show something. I don't know, but yeah, I'm not disappointed. Not really. Where's my fog? So we're back to just hoping something's going to happen, and in all fairness, it's gone now. It's just really the sun rising and the lines in the, you know, in the clouds and the sky that's giving us these different textures, and that above the Park House Hill. And it's just this whole hill bank is just amazing. If you haven't seen my first video, it's the remains of a reef. Is it a barrier reef or a reef in the sea? Because this always used to be under the sea, or it was a tropical ocean or something like that, and this is a reef that's left. It just amazes me. If I can find the information again, I'll pop it up on the screen so you can have a bit of a look at it, because it just fascinates me that this was under the sea at some point, and I'm standing on, you know, on a reef bed, and it's just really cool. They call it the dragon's back as well, because it really is. From a distance, it looks like a dragon's back. It's very sharp, very gnarly. So image-wise, I've moved in a little bit closer, because any texture in the sky is over in the background. I've only got a little sliver of sky now, and I'm just concentrating on looking at the tree and stuff. And really, they're sort of hopeful images. Just sort of taking a record of being here, really, and being out again this morning. It's not on any big loss. I'm going to drink my coffee. I might go for a walk to the top, because I haven't been up to the top for the last couple of times. It's quite steep, and I may head down, and depending on what the light does, I might go up Park House, go to the top just for a bit of exercise, and get a couple of shots looking back. And again, I've got the infrared with me, haven't I? So if nothing else, I can always test that out and try a couple of shots with that and see what that does. So yeah, like I said, don't be disappointed. We're here. Keep your chin up, and come back another time and try again. The only thing is, though, you're probably wondering, or I'm wondering, what would it have been like if I'd gone to the Roaches? Would I have got the fog over there? But I don't think, looking around me, it's pretty clear everywhere, so I don't think it would have done. So I can't see much more going to happen now, so I'm going to pack my gear away and I'm going to go for a bit of a walk. I'm going to head up the top of the hill and just have a bit of a nose, and if anything, stretch my legs before I go back to the van and maybe have another couple of hours kip till later on. Yeah, I think it's one of those things where you've got to come out and keep trying. And say it's my 4th time and you've been here 3 times. And it's just one of those things, you just got to keep coming back and trying some of these locations. I'm trying to stay local to home this weekend, because I've had a couple of long drives the last few weekends, so I'm trying to keep the fuel cost down a little bit. So yeah, I'll catch you when I'm at the top and I'll show you what the view's like. You can probably tell by the huffing and puffing and the panting that I'm actually making my way up the hill now, and the sun's come out behind me. So we're getting a nice sort of warm feeling on the back of my neck, which is quite nice because it's a very chilly morning. The temperatures are dropping quite a lot now, just coming up to, well, we're just past the summer solstice actually. No, I don't know what it's called, but it's October 23rd, I think. So yeah, temperature's dropping, and this is a very steep hill if you're going to do this for a walk. a very steep hill. So yeah, you know, I said before when they wouldn't be getting any mist in any other location looking around, there's not going to be any of that around. Now I've got to the top of the top of Crow Mill. Over in that valley is bloody amazing. There's a full cloud inversion going on in that valley over there. I'm not sure what that valley is. It could be Castleton, could be, but oh my god, you want to see it over there. It is amazing. It's so thick with low mist. It just goes to show I'm in the wrong place again. Oh man. But I don't think they'll be getting any at the Roaches, where the other place I was thinking of going. But down there, if you're down there with a camera, you nailed it. You absolutely nailed it. And it's chilly up here now, getting some lovely light down at the bottom, so I reckon I can give you a bit of a shot of the valley. And I'll put the long lens on, I'm going to shoot that way, and I'm very close to the top now. But it is a bit windy and chilly. I even had to put the gloves on because it's getting cold. It really is. If you come up this way, watch these white rocks in the ground. They are very slippy, very, very slippy. I'm now on the top. As you can see, we are coming up to the top. Last couple of steps. Oh, look at it over there. The last couple of steps on these slippy white rocks. And there we go. We're on top. 365 degrees. 360 degrees, and we're on the top. And that valley is crazy. So I'm just going to get down a little bit out of this wind, and then I'm going to get a shot with the long lens to show you what I'm talking about. So, oh damn, definitely the wrong place. I think that's possibly Mamtur, possibly, I'm not sure. And I'm going to point it over into that valley and show you what it is I'm actually missing, which is gutting. Don't be disappointed. You never know, I could actually maybe even get a shot from here. You never know. Look at the light down there, that's beautiful. Let's get one of that while we're here. That lovely morning sunlight across the trees. So I've had the long lens on and taken a couple of shots, sort of looking down at the lines and the ridges, which is pretty cool over there. And the sun's still looking quite good on them ridges, but I just can't get what I can see. It's like the sun's casting almost a glow, like a beam of light, almost like, you know, like in Star Wars when they do the teleport me up sort of thing. It's sort of doing that, but I can't get it on camera, I don't think, not until I process it and maybe see it in there. I've taken a couple of shots with the little infrared XT1 as well. Nothing brilliant, but that glows really good. In fact, on my phone it looks brilliant. I can get it on my phone, but I can't get it with the actual camera, funny enough. But some nice phone shots anyway. These phones are just too good, aren't they? That mist over there is still there, and it's thick, real thick cloud inversion. I'm just not sure what that place is over there. I think I don't know whether they're power lines or windmills. I think they're power lines. I don't know. I'll have to have a look, see where that is, because they've got everything this morning. Don't be disappointed. Don't be disappointed. We're out and about. All right, I'm going to take you down. This video is a bit of a mush, really. I'm going to take you down, and I'm going to have a quick walk up Park House and just get a view back this way, and then I'm going to go back to the van and get it off his field, because yeah, time's 8 o'clock now already. Yeah, don't be disappointed. Right, come on, let's go. So on my way, I'm actually finding new life in photography with this infrared, because I'm looking down there now and I'm seeing infrared shots, and there's a barn over there, I'm seeing another infrared shot. So this has actually brought back some interest into the photography that was otherwise sort of stagnant in a way. I urge you to consider trying it. And I have just seen the potential for a corker. Come on, let's go and get it. So you can see that, oh, as if I'm getting warm. You can see that behind me, I'm walking away from the tree now. That shot I've just taken down there, I think's a lovely little shot. You've got those lovely long shadows from the low sun, and the trees are white, and then the shadows are dark, and oh, it just looks cool. But this tree behind me is catching all that infrared sunlight, all those infrared rays, and it's making that tree stand out really prominent of a beautiful white. And then you're going to have the white of the grass on this side, and then this sky is going to go jet black, hopefully. So I think this is going to be a peachy one, just to bring that smile back to my face. And I say, long live handheld photography. That's all. Oh man, this is it. I'm going to take a few because I don't know. I mean, I've gone in that exciting mode and I don't know which is the best composition. Yeah, I like that. That's really nice. I've got the wall from the left. Hold my breath while I take the picture. The trees glowing with that infrared. The sky's black. I got the wall. I got the path. This is a corker. Can I get rid of that other tree on the? No, I'm not going to worry about that other tree on the other side. I'm just going to leave it in. That's a corker. Absolute brilliant. Now if I can go this way and get the path, just turn me out round. I can't hold onto the camera that way. Look at that. This is it. 7.1. Just sort of got a bit of handheld speed. It's all about the tree in the black sky. Is it the path? No more reflections in it. Can I get the both trees in? I think both trees would be better. Yeah, leading line from the bottom corner, tree on the left, negative space, black sky, horizon line straight. There's a little bit of light right over in that far corner. Oh man, you know what? You can come away disappointed because we didn't have the mist, but that, without this, you'd never have got it. Okay, so it's a bit like this. I started walking up Park House. As you can see, I'm on the other side. I'm now looking back to Chrome Hill, which is over that side, and you can see the shape of it, like the dragon's back style, same as this one. This behind me is very, very steep. Okay, you can walk along the bottom and go up the far end, which is a long way round, or you can go up this side and walk up the steep bit. Now me and Mrs. C has done it. We've been over the top and back down, and if I can find the video, if I did a video on it back then, I'll pop it on for you. But I've changed my mind. The reason I've changed my mind is because from the top here, I know you can see Chrome Hill and it looks pretty good, but not really in these conditions. But the better view is further back over the other hill, and I don't want to outstay my welcome in the camping field, so I'm going to walk back to the van, have a cup of coffee, have a little bite to eat, and then I'm going to drive around the other side, park up where Joe Public would normally park, and walk back across the field, I think, and show you the view all the way down here. And again, it's not going to be amazing because of there's not a lot going on. Now I have taken a couple of black and white infrared images. It looks pretty good because you've got the little fluffy clouds and that black sky, and I quite like that sort of thing. But yeah, I think I'm going to go back down to the van, have a cup of coffee, a little snack, and then we'll move on just to finish the video off and try and show you what the whole of this reef looks like. So I'm going to end the video here. I'm actually in another location. I'm looking over the 2 Park House and Chrome Hill. You'll have to watch part 2. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Part 2 is all about me and the infrared, and it'll be on in a couple of days time. So thanks for watching. Ciao for now. See you soon, and hope you enjoyed that. And yeah, give them a shout. £8 or £10 for the night, so well worth it if you want to go and do that place without a walk. If you want to know this location, you'll have to watch part 2, and I'll tell you exactly where I'm stood looking at the Chrome Hill from a different direction. Ciao for now. See you soon. Bye bye.